They were willing to give all, including their lives, in hopes of feeling real freedom. They signed the Declaration of Independence, and most suffered greatly for it. They signed that most sacred document that we might enjoy the blessings of freedom. That same fire that burned in their hearts is slowly being extinguished in the American people over the generations. In 2014, that tiny spark that lives within each of us began to be refueled. As I witnessed the atrocious actions of our government in those weeks, that fire inside me was almost non-existent. I was so scared. The land that I loved was being threatened. But I was just me, one person, just a mother. I remember looking at my daughters in my rearview mirror, so sweet and so precious. And I questioned myself, what will you tell them? When you are sharing these memories you experienced as a child, swimming up a rabbit, running and playing in the trees, catching catfish in the Virgin River, or having a picnic and drinking a cold Mountain Dew on a tree stump with your dad. What will you say when they say, Mom, take us there? Would you say, I'm sorry, I can't. These mountains are close to us. Will they ask why? Why didn't you stop it? What will my answer be? Because I was too scared. I began to pray and I sat in silence for some time. That tiny spark that had been growing had begun to grow stronger and stronger, and I knew what I must do. I was their mother. I had been given one job on this earth, to raise strong children that would stand for truth and right, come what may. I decided at that moment that I would stand, that I would be an example to my daughters, and I would show them the way. The next morning, I saddled my horse with humility and peace. Yes, I was just one person, but I was their person. I would not explain to my children that I had sacrificed their freedoms for my own false sense of security. I knew that I must petition the Lord for courage and protection. When the sheriff began to speak, we listened. He was telling us that it was over. He was going to reopen our lands. That was a moment of pure joy. We headed out. I never imagined what I would find down in that wash that day. I found my fire, and it was raging powerful, and it was so much stronger than any army they could have stacked against us. I cannot describe to any of you that were not present what that feeling was, but those of you that were there will understand. It was liberty. Those hours in that wash should have been the scariest moments of my life, but all I felt was peace. I knew that we were exercising within the confines of the Constitution. I know without a doubt that the heavens were open to us, and that if the veil had been lifted, we would have seen a host of angels on our side, rooting for us, cheering us on, and protecting us from the wicked intentions of men. It is that feeling, that undeniable presence, and that taste of pure liberty that has carried me through this time. It has given me the strength to push forward. My husband Mel sums it up best when he says, I didn't stand so my children wouldn't have to. I stood so my children would know how to. Now here we are today, July 15th, 2017. We have come together from all different walks of life, social and economical backgrounds, and from all religions. We are here together with a burning in our hearts for freedom. We must stand together, united, as we the people of the United States of America. We will continue to plead to the Lord for guidance and direction. Yes, you are just one person. You are just you. But I will bear you my testimony that if you have faith and if you are willing, the Lord will grant you the knowledge and the courage and the peace that you need, that He will lead you and guide you, and He will protect you in completing whatever task He has in store for you. I love this land. I love our sacred Constitution, and I know that it was inspired by God, that He raised up good men to do His work, to pave the way for us in moving forward to protect and preserve our freedoms. This land is worth fighting for. We are still the most beautiful land in all the world. We are rich in resources, and we are rich in good, hard-working, God-fearing patriots. Woo. We will not go silently into the night. We must stand and be counted. We must see our worth and know that each and every one of us has been blessed by our Creator with talents and skills that need to be exercised. We must stand shoulder to shoulder, arm in arm, all differences aside, and pave the way for our children and our grandchildren. Each generation has a heavy obligation to preserve freedom. It must be fought for in each generation so that it is not lost. Teach your children. They are our future. They are the most precious gift that you will ever be given. Teach them to do what is right. Be an example to them, come what may. Remember, we do not stand so our children won't have to. We stand so our children will know how to. May God bless you all. May you and your posterity always know the joys and the taste of freedom. May you all continue to pray for guidance and know what to do. Thank you, and God bless these United States of America.